Welcome to the bold analysis. President William Ruto will regret what he did of handing over this country in the hands of juvenile politicians and leaders. Someone is challenging Musalia Mudavadi that you are more than this. It is a time that people need to see your conscience in this. Are we really, and you ask yourself, are we really doing things with the intelligence, or it is just a spillover of our emotions? Are we acting with logic or with emotions? Look at the video in your screen. This is a CCTV footage that has been captured and has been released by Citizen TV, where Raila-linked company Spectra International allegedly, or not allegedly, but you can see there, invaded by some goons there who are pelting stones in the company, and also tried to throw and even broke the window like the one you can see there. This is something that has been captured, and you look at the images from it, or rather that video, then you will clearly see that those are some handful people. It's not quite a huge number. It's not quite a huge number of people that are doing their businesses there, or rather, it's not a huge group. But do you want to tell me that those are protesters that were supporting Raila Odinga? Yes, let's just use logic. Do you want to tell me those are protesters that were supporting Raila Odinga? In the same day, if you look at this image here, is people are carrying goats after invading and the home, or rather a farm that belongs to former President Uhuru Kenyatta the same day, and they cut down trees there in what, according to me, is consistent with this statement that came from one Kimani Chungwa. Here, Kimani Chungwa said that we are going to destroy. Remember, you ask, and I want us to be very objective, do some very good fact check. Can you convince me that the youths that went to attack that Spectra and those ones, do you want to tell me that those are protesters that have been chased from town and have gone there? Number one, it's quite unlikely that are protesters. Those are just people that went there with stones, and it's simply, in that place, there are many companies. There are many companies there. It's not only the Spectra that is there. There are many companies that are in that place. And they specifically went to attack the Spectra. And you can see the vandalism. There is no doubt that this is a well-coordinated, clearly attack to serve the narrative that mass action is destroying or finishing people's businesses in town. And so we are also targeting the individual businesses. It's clearly, that's the motive. What other narrative is it supposed to serve? It's supposed to serve that narrative. And that's why I ask again, are we acting out of emotions, or we are doing things with the logic? Do we have a precedence of what this country has gone through in the past? It is about time we ask ourselves. When we went down wrongly in 2007, the President William Ruto was with Raila Odinga in the ODM arrangement. In the terms of the hardliners, we saw what we went through. And within no time, we found ourselves discussing about our fate at The Hague. In the same measure, our interior security CS, Kithure Kindiki, represented William Ruto in the ICC because of things that we have gone through. We need to ask ourselves questions. Are we really sure we want to go down this path? Today, and may God rest his soul in peace, I've seen another image of allegedly a protester shot in Kondele today, and the photo is circulating, of course. But may God rest his soul in peace. The company, perhaps the attacks were coordinated clearly to bring that narrative. For me, I asked a question. If people's businesses were destroyed in town, who are they? Can they come up? Can they come out? Now, are they people's companies? Probably we should not argue on the size of the business. But if someone's businesses were vandalized in town, or probably the argument is that the ones that are in town are closed, and so even yours, that is Spectra, should be closed. Probably that's the understanding. And I ask question again. Do you want to tell me that since Raila started anti-government activities, is he not aware, was he not aware of such threats to his businesses, even the ones that are not there? Do you want to tell me he was not aware of what was awaiting him? You need to ask yourself those questions. Do you want to tell me Raila Odinga was not aware? And so, are these things coming as a shock to him? You know, I've just got this video. There's a video of him in the car when they were in Kawangware. I wanted to look at that a bit. Then after that, after watching that video, I will show you why we blatantly showing this country that tit for tat is a fair game, and whether the balance between creating a narrative that we square one, that we are also neutralizing because we are destroying this, and the balance between that and the risk of what the masses can also see, or how it can change the political discussion we're actually having.
Say again. Tunakuja. We are broken through or what? Yeah, the barrier. Yeah, we're broken through. Yeah. Inabidi magari zitolewe. Yeah. You may use the expressway to enter the town. So they will block the expressway now. Pole tu kama ushafungua tukana watu nyuma. Don't leave the people, let's just go slowly. That is coming from Bongo towards page 2. And then the other one that is now being reported where the subject is now addressing. Start over. Videos up. And then that's of the expressway. Only we get expressway. I did not get that one, sir. Expressway was one expressway. The expressway was clear. What is that? The other one. The other minister of the express. Nafunga na magari sana.
So look at the kind of tension in that car. You know, I looked at that video and I was a bit, find out the way that car is under tension. There are people in that car are really tensed, but they're moving on with it. So that's why I was asking, do you think Raila was not aware? And do you think that is new? I think he has seen more than that. I have some 4 questions to people William Ruto has given the responsibility to handle us and handle this situation. What next? Don't you think that we are creating the seeds of destruction? Raila did a call for peaceful demonstration. You have profiled protesters as people who are not peaceful. So, the ones that went to Uhuru Kenyatta's farm and the ones that attacked Spectra, those are goons. Those are not protesters. Those are not protesters. Those are goons. So, aren't we saying that the country should look about destruction? Don't you think that there are also other people that are even within government who are not even amongst the Railas and Uhurus that also have businesses that are serving people within the locality? And now that we are taking that direction and we simply going to attack business individual X, individual politician X, and the business Y, aren't we sinking into the trap of the economic boycott? If you attack my business, aren't we going to the discussion of economic boycott? Because what is the destruction? Literally, what happened to the police are supposed to protect property. Now, you successfully protected properties in town. I don't think there is any video of someone saying his shop was vandalized. So, what happened to that? Because that's what even people are asking. That what happened to that? Secondly, who is chasing investors? If we are lighting, we are creating the fire, and it seems you're not interested in ceasefire. This discussion was about the cost of living, the cronyism in government appointments, the electoral injustice, and so on and so forth. But then we are attacking people's businesses. So let me ask you, who is going to put up a business in a place when he knows that goons are hired? Now, because these are hired goons, yes. How about if the other side also decides, fine, tit for tat, we go that route, and then don't even, do all businesses have that security? Who is chasing investors? And ourselves, we want to create peace, we want everyone to go to work. But we are creating a situation where we are normalizing the issue of goons. I've even seen another one. Oh, I want to show you another one. I've seen another one today that has also been shared. Allegedly, some group wanapanda gari mahali. Some look. I want you to look at that, and we need to share them because that's the reality. That's what we are getting into. These are people wanapanda gari. Don't we forget that we were once in the ICC? Don't we forget that we are somewhere? Surely. Hawa nasikia ati wanapanda lori. I don't know what they are going to do somewhere. This is some of the problems we had to go through and went through in the past. Now, is police operation to contain the protests unsuccessful? Why are we allowing goons and militia to thrive in what is purely a police operation? What's wrong if you've managed to deploy police and the men and women did their best to protect the properties in town, and of course they've also been deployed to neutralize the protests in the areas of Kangwara and so on and so forth. So what again is this obsession of going after those who you believe are businesses that are associated with the fellows? And is this going to end it? Can this escalate the mass action or end it? Or what is the definition of I will deal with Raila? Is this it? And if this is it, is it going to serve the purpose of making sure that then what you want, the ceasefire, comes in? Instead of doing all this, why don't you just arrest these leaders? I think that will suppress. Yes, if you arrest Raila, the whole thing will be suppressed. So arrest Raila. Instead of then going that direction, because probably that will cease fire, because he may not talk, maybe. But I have a feeling the direction we are taking, President William Ruto will regret. You will regret. The people that you've left to take control of the country are taking country down the line, taking the country to the drainage. We prayed for the rain, we needed to pray for the drainage, because I'm telling you, this is not the direction. This is not what it was. I don't know what's so difficult with just allowing these people to do a mass protest, a peaceful protest. I don't just know what's so difficult with that. We are getting it wrong. on this one.